Welcome to HumanityWins.net. Please read the important disclaimer on your screen. All of the content provided is for entertainment purposes only. It should not be taken as medical or legal advice. Please contact your doctor or lawyer if you require such advice. Thank you. The show starts right now. Hello, welcome to this new episode of HumanityWins.net. This is episode 259 from October the 16th of the year 2023. Today is a Monday. And today's episode is going to be about listening to your higher self. As I mentioned on Friday's episode, the last episode about what is true success, I made a little channel announcement, channel update more than announcement, about the situation that yes, we left a couple of platforms, BitChute and Rumble, around 3 weeks ago. So I'm going to expand on that a little bit, using that as an example of what happened around 2.5 months ago, early August, late July. Just one day, out of the blue, honestly, I never thought of that idea. I never crossed my mind. I woke up one day and something was telling me, you need to expand the channel to the platform you're listening right now. And as I shared, I'm not going to say it by name because I feel they pick up on that, and, you know, whatever opinions we might have, that's the platform we're right now. But the one you're watching, we were not here 3 months ago, okay? The channel actually started the 31st of July. That day, I had that feeling. I just woke up, and as I shared, it happens to me a lot. It's not that I'm special. We all have this. And intuition and the messages from your higher self, and not only from your higher self, also from your guides, but we're gonna focus on the higher self today, okay? Come in ways that I feel is almost different to every person. So some persons hear voices in their head. I mentioned a couple of years ago that to me seemed a little bit like a red flag, but you know, I've changed my tune on that. Especially if that voice, what is that voice telling you and what is that voice asking of you? Usually, if that voice is asking from you some sort of sacrifice or some sort of thing in exchange for something, that's a relationship you might want to think about that a couple of times, because that sounds a little bit like a demonic relationship. Okay, that's usually the red flag for demons. They don't guide. Demons do things in exchange for sacrifices. They make you make wrong decisions. They make you be evil. They make you fail your own morality. They make you go the wrong way, and they say they are gonna, for example, fix issues if you're desperate, for example, for a financial thing, for a health thing. If you are, you know, just as an example of this symbiotic relationship, which I don't believe in, it even works, and there's no way you should embrace that, I believe. For example, criminals here in Mexico, they worship a demon called the Saint Death, La Santa Muerte in Spanish, okay? And this demon will ask sacrifices from these criminals in exchange for protection, so they are not captured or killed, okay? Captured and go to jail, or killed by either rival criminals or the police or the army or whatever. At the end, they do get captured, they do get killed. But they do believe, because it's really a huge thing, the Saint Death, that they do believe this higher being, in a way, is offering them protection. So I just want to, this is an interjection, okay? The subject, the topic today is not demonic relationships, and it's just these conversations with your higher self. Yes. Could it be direct voices? Yes. Could it be intuition, like it happens to me? Yes. Like, did I hear something that day I woke up and started this channel you're watching right now? No. Something in me, I woke up and I said, today I need to do this, okay? It's a priority. I need to do it. And I came to the office, and the first thing I did is I got a username for this platform, and then I got a channel, 0 videos. And as a new channel, you're only allowed to upload 10 videos per day. So I uploaded the first 10 that day, okay? And I didn't know how much I was going to be allowed, but you know, at the end, I started doing 10 one day, 10 the other day. I wanted to do it as fast as possible. That's also something that I felt, okay? This need to do it fast. It was not something, you know, okay, take a few months to do it. No, actually, I think the channel was basically complete a month after. We had some issues along the way. We had, you know, some issues with the platform guidelines. I had to adapt the videos to. Many videos didn't make it, okay, from the other platforms. Yeah, that's what it is. But going forward, I think I know now how to behave in this platform, and things are gonna be fine. We're gonna have a nice, good relationship, okay? So So I don't go very long on this one. I'm using this as an example of intuition, of listening to your higher self. What happened to me is after the channel was mature, not mature, but was working in a way. First of all, we finished uploading the older episodes and we were at the same pace as the other platforms. Then a second intuition came to me. One day, out of the blue, stop the other platforms, okay? In this case, BitChute and Rumble, okay? And that was surprising. That my mind, by the way, your messages from your higher self, your intuition, your inner compass, okay? Most of the times it's going to clash with your mind, which is analytical, which has its own agenda, remember? Not necessarily your agenda, it has its own agenda. And sometimes these messages are going to clash and there's some conflict in there. So when that happens is, okay, I need to get off from BitChute and Rumble. My mind was, wait, we're going very well, finally, on BitChute and Rumble, okay? More than 1,500 subscribers in BitChute, kind of nice interaction on BitChute. Rumble, we hit a wall there with passing 500 subscribers, we really went slow, and 550 basically stopped. But we were doing okay. As far as views, everything like that. We were doing okay. No reason to stop. But my intuition told me it's enough. It's enough. These platforms have served their purpose for your channel, for you, not only for my channel, for me as individually. And you need to get off of them. And that was amazing because I didn't know how much I truly didn't like these two platforms, and how much the content of these platforms, plural, didn't align with what I was trying to do, where am I going? Okay. So it was a process. It started 3 weeks ago. I published a final video, it's still there, saying, hey, this is the last video on this platform, but if you go to this link, you're going to go to our only channel that is going to be on the platform you're watching right now. That also started a personal process that I had the icons for the platforms in my phone. And I still, 3 weeks ago, during that week, went back, checked that video, how it was doing, and that. I disabled the comments, by the way, in that last video because I was intending not to go back and be checking it for months, okay? If someone posted a comment. But I was still looking at other channels, other subscriptions I had there. And so I was still, in a way, hanging on, okay? It was not, I know now it feels like an addiction, by the way, to those two platforms, especially BitChute, to be honest, for the last 3-4 years. And there are two schools of thoughts in addictions, that you do it slowly or you do it, immediately, okay? For example, my father, he used to smoke since he was 16, a young child still, a young man or something, during his teens. And suddenly my grandfather, he died, also a big smoker all his life. He died very young at 69, lung cancer. They had to take out one of his lungs, and then only with one lung he lasted for a month, and then he died. So I think my father was impressed with that, and he stopped. I mean, just imagine 16 and he was like 40 something, 42, 43, and he stopped in one day his addiction to cigarettes. He had issues, okay, but he didn't smoke again ever. And he didn't take the patch or, these techniques for getting off cigarettes. But for a month, we all remember he was very grumpy, and he was sweating a lot, like he was getting all of this out of his system. But then after a couple of months, he was fine. And actually, he rejects cigarettes right now. He's upset, or he's affected when someone smokes near him. So that was cold turkey, is called the name. Cold turkey addiction. In my case, with these platforms, it took me like a week and a half. And then what I started to do is I deleted the icons from my phone. So that's a start. What I still could access them through my PC. I had the bookmarks and that. I could type the address, but I'm completely off those platforms, okay? I haven't been there for more than a week. And then I don't intend to go back at all. And I'm sorry if you publish a comment or something in an older video, that's not going to be responded because I don't intend to go back at all. If someday after a year of not logging in or something, they decide to delete my username and my channels, that's up to them. I left them, as I shared, as a historical reference. And especially that last video points you to this platform, which I intend
to keep going. Of course, I depend if they want me or not, because they could delete any channel they want. Is their let's understand something. Is their platform. They can delete any channel they want at any time. So this was not about platforms or my channel. This was about the intuitions of your higher self. These two intuitions, build this new channel, and two, get off the previous ones, came to me one day, came to me abruptly, came to me one day. And in both cases, my mind was saying on the first one was, what's the point? You have two platforms that you are doing well. Why this third one doesn't make any sense? And when leaving those ones, the same arguments. Why are you leaving when you're doing well? Doesn't make any sense at all. Like saying your mind, don't trust your intuition. Yes, you should always listen to your, because that, I believe, is your higher self pointing you. And you might say, Alex, is it really that important? What platforms are you on? No. You have to understand something here. The older ones, BitChute and Rumble, were not serving me personally at all. They were actually upsetting me, okay? And I know now that they were upsetting me a lot. Even if I was not feeling it, even if I was not understanding it, it was not apparent to me, they were upsetting me. And that's the beautiful part of your intuition. That's the beautiful part of talking to your higher self, that it knows better. Sometimes things are not apparent, they don't make sense. So for example, your intuition is telling you, leave this city you live, to go somewhere else. Some people get the intuition to go to higher land, okay, because they say something is coming. I don't know. But if they get it, if it's a true intuition, maybe they should listen to it. Some get the opposite intuition, go to the sea, move to the sea, move close to water. Some get the intuition, this job, quit. Again, you're not going to get the specifics, okay? You're not going to get everything digested to you. Okay, you need to quit your job because this is happening and this is going to happen to you. No, it's just when you talk to your higher self, things are more without information. That's why I say wisdom is simple, knowledge is complex, okay? Sounds like knowledge is much better because it has much more to. No, not necessarily. Wisdom is straight to the point. Leave your job. No more information needed. Leave your job, okay? Because something better is coming for you, because it's affecting you in ways you don't understand. So I know this example is very, it's very neutral, it's very, unimportant. I understand. It's just a channel. Who cares about humanity wins? It's really, but it's a true intuition that happened to me. And as I shared all my life, my intuition, for example, since I was a child, told me, hey, this reality is not what it seems. That's an intuition since a child. Okay? And I remember sharing it with my parents. Guys, you're wrong. This reality is not what it seems. So maybe we should behave a little bit differently. No, you're a child. You don't know better. Yes, I understand. Okay. And I totally appreciate that they felt that way. But those are my things that I have learned to trust. And I wouldn't trust anyone more than my higher self. It's a beautiful relationship. You might say, hey, how is that working? You and you? Yes. Your higher self is basically your best version. Your higher self is basically something is you in another dimension, if you want to see it in the future. Time is such a complex thing to explain, that how is your higher self from the future coming back to guide you? Well, it works, okay? Because you're always connected. You're connected to your higher self. And your higher self is willing to talk to you all the time, to guide you all the time. Not necessarily do things for you. It doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way, okay? That's more a red flag, okay? When something you're speaking to is telling you, I'm gonna fix everything for you. You don't worry around. I'm gonna do everything for you. That's because then, that relationship, that symbiotic relationship is, all right, I'm gonna fix everything for you. I'm gonna make you stronger, more successful, with more money, more secure of yourself, more beautiful, all of those things that we think are the most important things in this reality. But then it's going to come back and hit you and say, but you need to do this for me. And it's a sacrifice, and sometimes it's killing someone, and sometimes it's abusing someone, and sometimes. So that's a demonic relationship, and they camouflage. And they try to camouflage in your intuition, but you need to be always go to your heart, and your heart is immediately going to tell you that's wrong. I shared that my only experience with demonic forces was in a hotel room in Houston, Texas, that was like 10 years ago when I went for a conference for work, for my business, okay? So I get into the room and it's extremely cold and it feels very weird. And yes, my mind told me go downstairs and ask for a different room. I don't know if that would have helped matters, but I decided to write it out. And extremely cold. I get into the bed and and put whatever I had. It was not a cold period, honestly. I turned off the AC, everything that I tried for the environment to be better, but at the end it was extremely cold. That was the demonic forces. That was not real. It was only apparent to me. Okay. Until eventually, after watching a lot of TV for hours, with the lights on and everything, suddenly everything is on, the TV is on, and suddenly everything, I fall asleep, everything stops, everything goes off, and then I hear voices in my ears, 2 different voices calling my name. And I recently just read someone saying that, be aware when you're hearing your name in your ear like a voice outside you, because that's not very good. Who knows what's going on there? So, of course, the thing will be you're afraid, open your eyes, but an intuition came to me immediately. And I knew it was real and it was me talking to me, okay? And it told me, don't open your eyes. And then I raised from the bed and I suddenly, the fear I have been feeling for hours, because I was fearful for hours, because I knew something was off, suddenly became peace and suddenly became love, and everything changed. Lights turned on again on its own, the TV turned on again on its own, and suddenly the room was extremely warm because I was the real temperature. Okay, so I had to get a shower just to get this thing off of me, this heat that was extremely, because the AC had been off for hours. I had to turn on the AC, and suddenly it came to me what happened. Okay, I was in a bad place because I had a discussion with my wife earlier that day. That's why I was traveling on a Sunday, not a Monday, and because it started early on a Monday, and I wanted to be rested for. So at the end, I put myself in a bad place, in a low vibration, that I allowed all of this to happen. But on that, still, my intuition, my higher self, helped me. My inner compass, I said, "Don't open your eyes," because there was an apparition there. It was dark. I don't know. But it told me, "Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Just show that you're not fearful. Show what you are. Raise your vibration. It has been low for hours. Raise it." And as soon as I did it, everything was okay. Everything was okay. I didn't need a change of room. By the way, I stayed there for 3 days. Nothing more happened like that. The room was perfect. I think whatever was there didn't want to deal with me because I was not a good customer. Okay. So I'm going to show you different quotes and then my final thoughts. There are no videos to show, but I collected several quotes on the higher self. I think they're all different in a way, but they're all going to show us a lot about this beautiful topic. Let's watch them together. First one. When you're evolving to your higher self, the road seems lonely, but you're simply shedding energies that no longer match the frequency of your destiny. So as I said, these are going to be all over the place, but this is extremely right. When you align to your higher self, when you align to your spirit, when you start living the realities of this dense experience behind, you are shedding frequencies, you are shedding vibrations that no longer match whatever the higher place you are going. So you are leaving things behind. You're making things work for you. Okay. So that could involve people, that could involve jobs, that could involve physical places, changing cities, changing countries. That could involve meeting new people. That could involve being alone. I don't know what it means. Okay. But what I can tell you is you're gonna start shedding, leaving things behind, okay, that don't serve you anymore. Okay. So an example, I know it's a very silly or bad example with the platforms. The platforms were not serving me at all. I was not noticing it. So honestly, it was not like I went into BitChute and Rumble and said, I don't want to be here anymore. No, maybe I was bored. There was nothing left for me, but I didn't feel like that. But they were not serving me at all. Okay. And that came to an intuition that I had to leave them behind. Okay. That's why I know some of you still don't understand my decision, but trust me, I had to leave them behind. There was no choice. And I'm sorry, some of you are not going to follow me into this platform. I'm really sorry about that. Trust me, but I had to do it. Okay, and that's how it works when you listen to your higher self. Let's look at another quote. By learning to trust your intuition, miracles seems to happen. Intuitive thoughts are gifts from the higher self. Susan Jeffers. Yes, Susan, yes. I agree completely. You need to trust your intuition. You cannot question it, okay? Even if it doesn't make any sense at all. But when you do that, you're truly free. You're truly just following your inner compass, your inner self, and you're leaving your mind to do its job, which just help you in this physical reality to understand it and that. But it's not your mind jobs to traverse it. It's not your mind jobs to tell you what to do. Your mind is just a tool. It's your intuition, your inner compass that is the one that's going to guide you. Let's look at another quote. Virtually every spiritual tradition teaches that your higher self is the presence of God within you. Wayne Dyer. I already had a couple of quotes from Wayne Dyer before, and I agree on this one. Let me just explain it a little bit different. Of course, God is within you, okay? Of course, your divine connection is within you. What's your divine connection? Your connection to your higher self, your connection to the Creator. Remember, God, the Creator, put everything in you since you were created. So it sounds strange that we need to learn. It sounds strange that we need to mature. Yes, because He couldn't do a universe that says, okay, you're ready to go and you're ready to be your best version without any learning, without any enjoying. So all of our existences will be the same. We go basically from creation to best version to serving the universe, whatever. What is the learning? What is the experience? What is the different path? By doing that, He allows you through your own free will to go as fast or as slow as possible. He allows you through your own free will to go as good or as wrong or bad as possible for you to learn and eventually mature and change and say, I'm not going to do that again. Remember a few weeks ago, the episode on true repent is kind of this thing, okay? And that's through your inner self, your connection to your higher self, that you're going to access this morality on how to behave, on how to be. But that has to come through experience. Some say through suffering. I don't agree it's necessary, but maybe it's necessary. And as I said, I'm always open to being wrong on everything. So I'm possibly wrong on that. But, all of these experiences are here for a reason, okay? So let's embrace them, enjoy them, and let's learn and mature. Let's look at another quote. I believe this is the last one. By listening to your higher self or Atman, I don't agree with the term, okay? Please don't. I'm reading the quote literally. By listening to your higher self or Atman, you can return to the truth that's already inside of you. And in the process, change not only yourself, but the entire world through positivity and love. Russell Simmons. Let's take the label out of Atman, okay? Just a label that some school of thoughts refer to the higher self, your spiritual self, yourself. Remember the ego and the self? Yes. Remember that I said that I believe there are three. The artificial ego, which is your mind. The true ego, which is a nice, beautiful, imperfect companion through your higher self, which is the self, okay? And some refer to as the Atman. All right, I don't agree with labels, remember. But what's important on the quote is you can return to the truth that's already inside you. Yes, all the truth is inside you. Let's remember the episode on the truth. That's why you have to make it go through your heart, not your mind. Your mind is going to tell you, yes, I agree. Yes, I think, yes, it makes sense. No, it's not about sense or agreement. It's not a popularity contest. It's what is inside you. If it rings, if it doesn't ring, there's nothing for you there. Doesn't matter if it's really the truth or not, okay? It matters that if it rings inside you, there's something for you there. That's the most important part of the truth. And in the process, change not only yourself, because yes, by listening to your higher self, you're maturing. You are accessing this wisdom that you have, all of it. You have it already inside you, but you're accessing, piece by piece, and you're also changing the world by being positive and in love. I agree completely. So I believe this is the last one, and yes, it is. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Sorry if I went long a little bit with the example on the platforms, but it was a nice example on how intuition works that is not apparent. It doesn't seem to follow logic sometimes. So if you one day you wake up and say, you know what, I need to quit my job, hey, maybe you need to listen to that. But of course, that's your free will. That's if you want to look at it. Okay, your higher self is always there to try to guide you and assist you and help you traverse the road, but you have to do it yourself. Your spirit, your higher self is not going to come and sign the quit notice for you and give notice in your job. That's something you have to do. But you decide if you want to trust your inner compass or not. That's perfectly fine either way. Remember, your existence is yours, your free will is yours, and you decide. You decide how your life is going to go. So I hope you enjoyed this one. If everything's okay, I shall see you back on Wednesday. Have a great Monday. Enjoy it whatever way you want to enjoy it. Have a great day.
Thank you for making it to this part of the video. This is my favorite part. This is where I suggest to you that you discover yourself. You are not what you have been groomed to believe. You are this incredible being without limits that has eternal life, amazing strength, infinite wisdom, and a big, beautiful heart. All your limits are always self-imposed. Your best version in this reality is inside you. Your only mission on this life is to become a beacon of love and guidance. This version is ready to be discovered today. How do you discover yourself? The discovery process is a personal one. No one can do it for you. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to talk to yourself and the universe. Request to be connected and ask, who am I? Where do I come from? You will start getting signs, breadcrumbs, and signals. You will notice how your notions about those realities start disappearing. No more hierarchies, no more competition, no more complaining, no more depending on others. Discovering yourself equals to breaking your matrix. Your self-imposed limits will fall, and you will be ready to serve humanity and help break this spell and deception on us. But you must be patient to allow others to wake up at their time through their own free will. That will be really soon, you will see, and that will start a new world. As you work towards your best version, you will notice how all emotions don't serve you anymore. Hate, fear, rage, pride, loss, envy, violence, justice, true violence, judgment of others, and other emotions will disappear from your mind and heart. You will understand those emotions serve only the evildoers and are not you. Please try to be understanding of others that don't think or feel like you. Everyone has a process. No one is right or wrong. We're all just different. Don't be concerned about being right, ever. Don't allow pride preventing you from touching things up with family and friends. It is very important you enjoy this life with your loved ones. Put in the work to patch things up and leave it to others to decide. Please relax and enjoy life. When everyone breaks their own matrix, humanity through our community consciousness will break the final spell. The new world will start and everything will gradually fall. Governments, hierarchies, and the medical and financial system will go from scarcity to abundance for all. Thank you very much for watching. Please share this episode. If you have any comments or suggestions, please use the comment section below. For private questions, conversations, and if you would like to appear on the show, please email me at hey@humanitywins.net. Thank you again. Please don't forget to visit our website www.humanitywins.net. By giving me your time, you honor me. Have a very, very, very nice day.